Imitation is not always limitation. And that has been our emphasis on this platform for the past couple of weeks now. Contrary to what some of us have been taught, that imitation is limitation. But I'm here to let you know that imitation is not always limitation. In fact, imitation is a secret to effective leadership. Nobody can be a leader who does not have somebody somewhere that he or she is imitating. And on that note, I welcome you to this life-changing episode of Leaders Arise. My name is Demola Awoyele. At the very last episode, I began discussing what to look out for in someone you want to imitate. As much as imitation is important, we must be careful that we don't just imitate anybody. Like one great man said some time ago, he said, like some people have been taught that a leader is somebody who is in front. No, a leader is not just somebody who is in front. A leader is somebody who is in front, going to the right place, all right, and is in motion, as it were. Because some people are not leaders, they are just in front. And when you are in front without leading, you are at best an obstruction, not a passage unto greatness. So be careful who you imitate. Jesus kept telling us in the Gospels that the Pharisees were blind leaders of the blind. They were blind leaders of the blind. What does that mean? They were folks that were leading other people, but unfortunately, they also did not know where they were headed. So meaning that people were imitating them, as it were, but unfortunately, they were imitating the wrong people. And on that note, I want to teach you today the second thing to look out for in who you are to imitate. At the last episode, I said, who are you to imitate? Number one, I said, that person that has overcome the things or the struggle that you are currently grappling with. The truth of the matter is, not everybody is in the same struggle that you are having now. Quite a number of people are in your struggle, but some have been able to overcome it. Apostle Paul said in his epistle, he said, "Blessed be God, who comforted us in all our comfort, and by the same token, he has enabled us to comfort other people." So some people have received comfort, so they have the right, as it were, to comfort other people. Some have overcome their problems, so they have the leadership right to help other people overcome their problems. So when you find somebody who has overcome what you currently are grappling with, you have found a leader that is worth following, at least in the context of our discussion. Today, I want to give you the second key or the second identifier of who you are supposed to imitate. Number two, it is that person that is living in the reality of your dream. I like this point a lot. That person that is living in the reality of your dream. The truth of the matter is, you have dreams. I have dreams. What are dreams? Dreams are things you look forward to achieving or to becoming. Dreams are those things you look forward to achieving or becoming. And that is what makes life to have vibes. That is what makes life to be interesting. If you do not have a dream, life becomes boring. Life becomes a boredom. All right? But if you have dreams, dreams are the things that put energy in you, that put vibes, that put life in you. A dream is something you wake up to fulfill. Yeah, a dream is something you wake up to fulfill. You wake up to pursue. All right, so how do I know who I'm to imitate? Look for that person or maybe a few people that are living in the reality of your dreams. Can I announce to you today that the prayer point you are praying today, somebody is already living in the reality of it. That is not supposed to be hard or difficult to understand. The things you are praying about, the things you are desirous of, somebody is already living in the reality of it. Now, the key to understanding this point is this. Do you have a dream? If you don't have a dream, now, I am trying to help somebody on how to follow well now. Because some people are saying, I don't know who to follow. What are your dreams? So it means if you don't have dreams, you won't know who to follow. And I've just taught you what a dream is. A dream is something you look forward to achieving. A dream is something you look forward to becoming. A dream is something you look forward to fulfilling. All right. So if I have something I look forward to achieving, to becoming, to fulfilling, if I have something I wake up to every day with high energy, motivation, expectation, and what have you, I've just got a dream. It can be in your ministry, it can be in your finance, it can be in your business, it can be in your career, it can be in your health, it can be in your marriage, all right, and all of that. So once you have a dream, then you look out for people who are living in the reality of your dreams. You look, how do you identify people like that? Number one, your dreams and their dreams connect. Yeah. Now, you may not always have the same dream or aspiration, but you would have dreams that connect. I'll give you a good example. In Luke chapter 1, when the angel of God met Mary and said, you are going to give birth to a child and all of that, talking about Jesus, and Mary was getting apprehensive, you want to say, afraid, as it were. What did angel Gabriel say? He said, go and look at your cousin Elizabeth. She's 6 months pregnant. Wow. That was the simple solution that God, through the angel, gave Mary. That the solution to your fear, the solution to your anxiety, the solution to your perplexity about your dream is simply inside somebody who is already living in the reality of your dream. You know, Mary will not give birth to John the Baptist, and neither will Elizabeth give birth to Jesus. What am I saying today? What they will both give birth to is different, but their dreams connect. That's where I'm going. All right? You may not have to fulfill the same dream or fulfill the same destiny, but there will be a connection. All right? So I'm teaching you how to identify your dream makers. How to identify that person that is living in the reality of your dream. Number one, like I said, is that, of course, I already told you before I get to this first point, that you must have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how would you identify somebody already living in the reality of your dream? Because the truth of the matter in life, you attract who you are or what you are. If you are a dreamer, you will attract people who are already fulfilling the dream that looks like the dream that you are carrying. So if you don't have a dream, most of say, I don't have anybody to help me. I don't have anybody. What do you really want to do with your life? What is that thing that God has put in your heart? What is that dream that you want to achieve? What is that vision that you want to fulfill? What is that future that you are looking forward to becoming? So once you identify your dream, like I said, number two, or maybe number one now, then who is that person whose dream connects with yours? Remember in Luke chapter 1, when Mary got to the house of Elizabeth, listen, the Bible tells us that the baby in the womb of Elizabeth lived. There was a connection. And that's how to identify your dream makers. All right. There is a connection. Something just connects. Now, you will appreciate what I'm saying today if you have been in that situation before where you met somebody, maybe via what they say or via what they wrote in their materials or via your citing them or meeting with them, something just bubbles on your inside. Something just bubbles. There was a connection. That's how to identify your dream makers. Those who are worth following. Those who are living in the reality of your dream. The number one, I said you must have a dream. The number two, when you meet people like that, there is a connection. Number two, you see the evidence of your own prophecy in their lives. That's powerful. They are not people who are still carrying prophecy about now. Don't get me wrong. And appreciate what I'm saying today, because I am not insinuating that you can't follow people who are still trying to become something. But I'm talking about you becoming a leader in your sphere. There is somebody who is already an evidence of your prophecy. An evidence that that business can work. An evidence that that ministry can work. An evidence that that marriage can work. An evidence that you can become a millionaire even though you are struggling at the moment financially. So they are evidences of your prophecies. They are pictures, like we say, of your tomorrow. They are pictures of your future. So once you meet people like that, they are those to imitate. These are people, like I said, number two, that they are evidences of your prophecy. That means their life is a testimony of what you are believing God for. Those are people you are supposed to follow. Now, the third point I want to give on this major emphasis today is that the people that are living in the reality of your dream, they are people who are willing to give you access. Because quite unfortunately, some people are living in the reality of your dream, but they don't want to give you access. Now, don't get me wrong, you've got to pay a price, you've got to push for some access, but they are willing to welcome you to their world. See, when you find somebody like that, you have found a leader that is worth following. I am not insinuating that you don't pay prices, but I'm saying, they are willing to just let you in. They want to show you how they made their money in a legitimate way, righteous way. They want to show you how their church grew. They are willing to show you how God has helped them maritally. They are willing to show you what they did that made their business to move to the next level. They are willing to welcome you. They are willing to give you access. Look at Elizabeth. She welcomed Mary. In fact, she stayed with Mary for some time. Why? She stayed with Elizabeth for some time. Why? Because Elizabeth was willing to give her access. And can I tell you something? Stop following and trundling after people who are unwilling to give you access. That's a problem of most young people today. They are following people that are great, but these people are not having their time. Now, I know that great people are busy, but in the midst of their busyness, they are willing to at least give you an opportunity to learn from them. And that is what it means. Some people, you only admire them. You only, how do I put it now? Thank God for admiration, but thank God much more for access. It's good to admire great people, but who is that person that is willing to... Now, access here does not mean they open the door of their office to you. Access means there is something in their life that is open enough for you to tap into. It can be their materials, it can be whatever it is. But how do you identify people like that? They are willing to give you access. They are willing to give you access. Look at Jesus. He gave us access. And of course, it's living in the reality of our dream. What's our dream? Our dream is to mature, to becoming the sons of God that we are by destiny. So he gave us access. We could learn from him. In fact, in Matthew 11:28-30, Jesus said, come, come, come. That is a statement of great leader. They say, come. They don't say, go away. Jesus said, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest. Look at David. The men of David, when they met David, they were men in debt, in distress, discontented. But David welcomed them. That's how to identify those who are fallible. My time is fast spent. I'm going to stop on this note, but I will encourage you to go over what I've shared within the next couple of minutes last couple of minutes ago. Go over them, meditate on them, and of course, I welcome your questions, I welcome your comment, and of course, your feedback, maybe your contribution. Then, of course, I look forward to having another exciting moment with you at the next episode. Go right there, look for those people who are already living in the reality of your dream, and you become the leader you are ordained to be. Bye for now.